The words low battery appear right before your eyes. You take off your VR headset and realized your whole life was just a VR simulation which you've been playing for only a few minutes. How do you react? I turn down the difficulty and try again. I'll be amazed how I managed to get ducked up in a game where I am supposed to be the protagonist. Edit, thanks for the gold and silver smile. Why did I go back to the carpet store after beating cancer? Just like the simulations. Steal batteries from the TV remote and keep playing, duh. WTF. It's only been a few minutes, so why is it on low battery? Well, since I can afford a VR setup, I must be richer in this new life, so I'd be pretty stoked honestly. I go online and find a walkthrough so I don't fail miserably again. Edit. I don't open Reddit for a day and I've been given metal. Post a very strongly worded review on how shitty and boring the game is. I can't see anyone has mentioned it yet, but there was a Redditor once who actually had this sensation after a concussion. He lived a whole lifetime, came to and realized it wasn't real, and struggled with depression because his wife and children never existed and he missed them so much. I don't know how real it was, but it's hard not to feel pity. Edit source https www.reddit.com AskReddit comments 2i6 ice Redditor so have been in a coma, what is it like? Dude, I suck at this. Gods, that was awful. Way too arbitrary, pay to win, and what's with the loot boxes? This game sucks. Thank Duck for that. I'll continue later and proceed to make dinner. Today's special, cereal box with rotten meat. As you guessed, I'm a raccoon. Hey, you sold a gun to a guy who kills people. Probably cry for a very long time. All my experiences, the feelings, pain, love, happiness, the people I knew and how content I am with my life are in, and it keeps getting better. None of it existed and I would long for it deeply. The only other thing I would ask myself is WTF did I have the depression debuff? Immediately load it up again knowing that it's a simulation and also knowing how historical events and the stock market are going to play out. Let's get weird. Oh, and also super rich. Depends, is my real name Dwayne Dibley or Jake Bullet? Did I save? Then I take off that headset. Then the next. Then the next. Then the next. Ha! Humans, what a crazy ass species for the devs to think up. Check if my dick is still a disappointment. What kind of sick, twisted asshole wrote that storyline? Added it to close the ducking quotes. I really wasted my 20s, and I never should have gone back to the carpet store after surviving cancer. Oh, thank God, 2 stars. Wanted to quit anyway. I wouldn't. I'd be effectively dead. The person who was playing the simulation would have to react to it instead. I hope they hated every minute of it, the stupid jerk. Dwayne Dibley? Get annoyed at how shitty I was doing. Change the batteries, plug it in, whatever. Start over. Pick a different character. Wake up and hear someone say, "Hey you, you're finally awake." I get that feeling sometimes, so I get a little "I told you so" high, then go about my day. I play the sequel, Roy 2. I'm so relieved it isn't true. Ducking pay to win garbage. That depends on what my life is really like. Is it better, worse, or the same as the VR simulation? This made me anxious. Loser Simulator is a shit game. 55 years, Not bad. You kinda wasted your 30s though with that whole bird watching phase. Relieved, frankly. I asked to play the sequel. Roy 2, Dave. All I can think about is Life of Roy. Play again and this time don't go back to the carpet store. Finally. This was boring AF. I was in debt for buying weed and now I'm in debt for buying a VR headset. Thank ducking God this shit isn't real. I imagine my real life is better if I can afford a VR setup. Well, I wouldn't go back to the carpet store. I do think the episode of Rick and Morty was right, I should have taken more risks. Replace batteries. Go back to main menu, delete game file and start over. Really, you went back to the carpet store? I was playing Sims, while my Sims were playing Sims. Legit, this question has me both scared and eager to play Sims now. When I pass out in front of them, it helps, lol. Oh thank God it's over. Routside. Duck, where's the charger? I don't know what I did to deserve having to experience all that just now, but dude, that was not okay. Worst game ever. I've literally been hoping for this to happen. I would probably put it back on and then start taking some wilder chances knowing it's all just a game lol. Huh. I guess I have another 2 hours at Blips and Chits. Save the family and friends but delete the politics garbage. Lambs to the cosmic slaughter. I would play again and avoid the carpet store. Get the rich family cheat code. I would immediately start looking for the man I met in game recently. Please let him be real. Wow, that game sucked. The devs didn't even try to make it good. Honestly, for the longest time I've always asked myself if we are all just playing a simulation of sorts where the entire goal of the game is to learn from your mistakes in real time so that when the day comes that you die, you instantly go back to the real you who was playing a simulation, but you keep all of your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. You'd wake up and have a second chance at everything having learned from it. While on the subject, Rick and Morty had an episode where Rick was playing video game like that where he erases his social security number etc. I forget the episode but it reminded me of this. I'm ducking thankful. Well, first thing is to buy a different game because this one sucks. Relieved. I smoke a bowl and go masturbate. Would finally do a 90% speedrun. With pure unadulterated joy. Why did I create a character with such a small dick? Wow. So what's life actually like? Jerk off, obviously. I wouldn't react since that I was a simulation that just ended. The real I would react in a way I cannot predict for it is not me, I am but a simple simulation. Ducky A. Restart simulation. Well, that was a waste of time. I would question whether I'm in another VR simulation and I was in a simulation where I came out of a simulation. Ask for a refund. Thank God. I leave a negative review. Rage quit. I'd say that's a shit game. Pretty upset that I spent money on a game that keeps stalking me over. Years of academy training wasted. It depends on how old I am. If I'm younger I'd be stoked cause I'd know what not to do this time. Well, that was a shitty game, as a dark realization sinks in. If that was for escapism, how bad is my real life? I need batteries. Shit, I gotta do this again? I'm indifferent. Morty, it's okay. Screaming. Well, heterosexual white American male mode was pretty straightforward. Let's try something a bit more challenging next. Dumb, I need a recharge. Wonder whose bright idea it was to give me a stutter.